Welcome online, guys. TomoGotchi here, and welcome to the Dice Dungeon. And boy, do I love Dungeon Dice Monsters. And I've been collecting Dungeon Dice Monsters for a very, very long time. But just recently, I've been introduced to a particular Etsy seller online. Full disclosure before I begin, all of what you're about to see comes from one Etsy seller, and his name is Gaia Oricards. This is not an endorsed video. I'm not sponsored by him. What I say is what I'm going to say. I'm not forced to do this. I just really love his products. I want to show them off because I am super excited, particularly for this box over here. But before I do that, I want to show off what I've also purchased previously, and I must admit, his products are top quality. So this video is just basically me showing them off and my first genuine reaction to seeing these up close. So right in front of me here is not actually the official Dungeon Dice mat, but it's actually from his store. It's basically a play mat where you get to play Dungeon Dice Monsters. I'll leave a title on what specific one this is. I decided to go for the one without the square in the middle for consistency's sake, and it is a really good play mat. It actually replaces the flimsy one that we got in the original English version. And there's a lot to cover when it comes to Dungeon Dice Monsters, and I might leave that in another video, but today we're focusing on the Oricard stuff. But I didn't just get this mat. I also got these figures right here, which, time to show them off. So these are what I've got from him previously, and I love them so much that I decided to buy a whole box of them. So first off, I want to show off Morphing Jar here. All of these are hand painted. I believe they're 3D printed, but they are of exceptional quality. So I really am amazed with how well these came out. It's a bit of plastic for the, I don't know what that is. It's like a bit of thing to keep him up in the air. But they're very, very well painted, and it's hard to describe what these are, how these feel in hand. That's the Black Clown logo on the bottom there, if you can see that. But I really like these a lot. So this is Morphing Jar. This is probably the most basic of them, but it still looks amazing. I love that smile. So that was the first one I got. Each of these, by the way, came with 2 cards, and I bought these separately. So there's Morphing Jar. The second one was Gatekeeper here, and I must admit he's a little busted. His effects revolve around shelled ground tokens, but it can also do direct damage to your opponent's Monster Lord if he's knocked out. One thing I want to say about this guy, I really like how the gate is presented. Like, these feel like genuine Konami products, if I'm honest. In fact, I would go as far to say these are even better quality than the actual Dungeon Dice stuff that we got originally, way back in the day. Even the Japanese ones. But I will say these go above and beyond. And another thing about this one specifically, and this is just a call out, can we get this guy in blue for Royal Guard? Because I like how this one turns out, and there's plenty of monsters that are just palette swaps. I feel like this one could pose off as Royal Guard as well if you just paint it blue, but that's just me. Nothing feels flimsy. The key is pretty solid. I had a key mace in HeroClix before, and the key was like made of rubber, and it was really flimsy and prone to breaking off, but this is on a whole nother level. So I really like that figure. Of course, I had to have my boy Sengen. I will admit there's a little bit of maybe that's just from the paint. It's spilled a little bit on his lip. It kind of looks like he's drooling a little bit, like giving you this mad dog look with the saliva coming out, which is kind of cool. I don't know if that was intentional. Other than that, though, I do like this model a lot. I do prefer him in a more lighter blue, but that's just talking as someone who is a big fan of this monster. This is by far my favorite monster in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! And even in this form, he looks amazing. They got his details right, how he handles his weapons. The pose is very daunting. I should really bring the other one, shouldn't I, to compare? Although I'll probably do that in the future. But I just want to show these off. But yeah, as far as a Sengaijin lover myself, this guy is great. Although there is a little bit of... There's a little bit of an imperfection there, but I'm willing to let that go. That's not something I'm deeply concerned with. So that's Sengaijin. This is the only monster that actually does have an official release that I did get just because it's my favourite monster. Next up we have Zero the Mant. And I thought this cape was going to be really thin and flimsy. No, it's a solid piece. If anything, it looks almost like... It looks almost like the cape came first and then the whole body came second and was like molded into him. It's kind of hard to explain without... but I do still like him. The detailing is phenomenal on his form. The cape is not even that bad, and it's probably the most bland thing about him. But it absolutely... I mean, it's still a plastic piece and it's still thick, but it's sturdy, which is really, really good. But this is probably the figure I wanted the most, even more than Sengaijin. Partly because there is no Zero the Mant in the official game, but also because he's just another classic monster that I like. Another monster I got was Sword Arm of Dragon, which is very nice. His spikes are thicker than they would be, but I would rather have that if it means that he's a lot sturdier. Otherwise, they would have just simply broken off. He's a pretty cool monster in himself as well. I would have preferred Megazowler, but this guy I still like, so that's awesome. And last but not least, and I had to get this because they were selling out fast, Labyrinth Tank. And the sun decides to shine on him. Probably because he is the more popular of the monsters that they've been selling. And he sold out like immediately. And I don't blame him because Labyrinth Tank is a cool looking monster. Granted, I do think he's on the wider side when I think he should be longer. But he still looks really, really cool. It probably is going for his card look as opposed to just how he looks in the anime. But he still looks really, really nice. So that's Labyrinth Tank for you. So that's the main monsters that I bought in my previous one. In my previous purchase, that is. And after I got these, he took a little vacation, but came back with a ton of monsters, which we're now going to see in this box. So here we are. Ooh, let's start off with this box right here. Now I did open this technically, so it's not an unboxing, more of a get this box out. And I took the address off because I don't want to dox myself. So let's see if we can open this. See, and let's just see what monsters emerge. So first things first. Oh, should I get the scissors? Oh, hang on. This one's coming out. No, this one's coming out. Oh, it's Zoa. So this is our first monster. So I wanted to get mostly DM era monsters because I have a personal soft spot for them. This is really, really cool. So yeah, there's Zoa to start off with. Oh, I know who this is. Granted, I want to make sure I don't want to pull these out. There we go. This one was a surprise to me. Man-eating plant. Oh, actually, his spikes are actually a bit prickly in hand. That's interesting. But yeah, man-eating plant. There's a bit of dust on the base, but that's fine. This doesn't look too bad. Wow. And the thorns, like, they don't feel too flimsy. Like, I feel like it's slightly pricking my fingers a little bit. By the way, just to point something out, there's a recolor version of this monster, and it's called Dark World Thorns. If they made this monster again but painted in blue, I would not complain in the slightest. There's a bit of hair sticking out. I would not complain if they recolored this and called it Dark World Thorns. I would buy it again. Just have more monsters. Because this is exceptional quality. I know he's done a few recolors, but actually made different molds for them, which just goes to show how much this person cares about quality. Really good communication as well. Oh, hello, who's this? Swordstalker. Oh, the wings are really, really thick, but you know what? I'm more than happy to have that. Wow. Really good pose, really good detailing. I'm already blown away by what I'm seeing so far. Oh, yes. A world of absolute mayhem. This. Had to have this one. The Blue Eyes Toon Dragon. Oh, he looks so cool. He looks so menacing. Oh, wow. I love this so much. Oh, wow. This might be my favorite one so far. Oh, that is really, really rad. That is so cool. I love it. Oh, here's another. Oh. Uh-oh. That actually fell off the base. Hang on. Can we fix it? Am I going to have to order another one? Granted, without the base, it actually... Oh, hang on. Is there something wrong here? Is it supposed to go on like that? Oh, no. I might have to glue that back in. Okay. Okay, let's focus on the figure for now. Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth. The wings are really, really sturdy. I actually saw a picture of him making this with the wings separated, but it looks like they're glued on, so I don't have to worry about that. Now, hang on. Did it break off? Am I going to have to... I might have to super glue that one on. I don't know. I'm not going to say it's on him because these were like... Hang on, let me get another one. These were like packaged like this. So I'm not going to blame him for that one. It's okay though. I do like Great Moth a lot. I could always put it like that. Right, who's this one? Oh, hello. I think I know who this one is too. They're really securely packed. That's not his fault. I'm not gonna demand anything. But Zombie of the Dark. Wow. And this is a dynamic pose. Wow. Wow, I like that a lot. Zombie of the Dark is a cool monster. And I do still kind of want the official version of him eventually for my collection. But as it stands... Oh, I think I bumped the camera a little bit. As it stands... Oh, hey, 2 in 1. And I know who these are. Oh, there's 3 in 1. Hey, sorry, let me just... So they were bunched in together. So first up, we have Suijin in his leg form. In the original Game Boy games, in Forbidden Memories and Duels of the Roses, he has a completely different design, but I think most people just accustom the leg design as his canon design. But he still looks really, really cool. Next we have Kazijin, which... It's just a round ball. That's probably why he lumped these in, just to help with the packaging. It's not that big, but still, it's Kazijin, and they didn't skimp on the details. Like even his kanji looks really on point. So there's Kazijin, and Cocoon of Evolution. And okay, granted, it's a little smaller than I would have thought, but it is fine. The webbing, the silk detail on the base, I didn't know what they were going to do for this, but it does still looks all right. There's a lot of vein detail on, like, even though it's just a bean shape, it's actually very well detailed, and that's what I like. There's no monster in there, is it? Okay. Who else we got? Who's this? Oh, hello. I know who this is. It's another Toon. Toon Alligator. And he looks really, really nice. Oh, nice. Oh, wow. Nice. I'll put him next to Toon Blue Eyes. Who's next? By the way, the guy also sells acrylic standees for most of the monsters in case you want something of a cheaper alternative. They're £60, but you get 24 of them. These are like almost 20 each, so they're a bit pricey, but I like to have collectibles. I like to have the 3D things, and I do want to have actual representations of my favorite monsters, like this one, for example, the Rabbit Horseman. Oh wow, they even did his abs. That is actually really, really nice. My word, these are like actual Warhammer figures almost. And I've never really played Warhammer. I can't afford it, and I don't have time to paint them, but these are almost on that level of detail, but probably more. Like they're not made of flimsy material either. Like I don't know what that material is, but that definitely looks really, really nice. Okay, next up we have, who is this? Oh, hang on, because I want to be careful. I didn't buy quite everything he had in store. Oh, Jinzo! Jinzo. Will the camera focus in on his lovely head? There we go. Jinzo, which there is an official version of this figure, but I honestly like these a lot more. So yeah, Jinzo. No more trap cards on my watch, thank you very much. And Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth is falling apart. Okay. Oh, this is a monster that you're probably not too familiar with. I really need to read the manga, but there are some exclusives in that weren't shown in the anime, and this is one of them. Dark Eye Stalker. Ugh. Very chunky, bigger compared to most of the monsters, but that's fine. I'll put him there for now. Right. Oh, hello. Actually, I'll save that one. Is this the other guy? No. Because I want to save him till last. Oh, okay, I know who this is. I do have the English and the Japanese release of this particular figure, but I wanted this guy as well. Mystic Horseman. And I will admit he looks really well detailed. I'll probably have a different video where I'm comparing them, but for now I just want to marvel at their magnificence. So there's Mystic Horseman. Alright, that's the end of that box. And I kind of want to show this guy off, but not quite yet. Right, let's see what's in this bigger box right here. Oh, and there's some other goodies in there as well. I'll show them off in a minute. So give me a minute. Oh. Ooh, you know what? I want to open this now. So let's take a little break with this. This is the dice pack, which comes with a set of dice as well as some random cards, and I do not know what the cards are. So this is my unpacking. How do I open this? Can it be opened? Right, I'm gonna have to get my scissors out. Just a little snip there, a little rip, and because I wanted some new dice just so I can re-establish the ones that, because the ones that I have are faded, but these look really, really nice. But let's see what the cards we got. Right, we have Berserk Gorilla, Cobraman Sakuzi, and Crawling Dragon number 2. Alright, I don't mind that. Don't mind that at all. Granted, I would prefer to have their figures, but they don't have them in their store yet. Right, so I don't know if you can see from here. I'll try not to squish but there's a lot of things in here, and apparently I'm running out of battery, so give me a minute. I'll reveal one more and stop. Tyrant Dragon, which does have an official figure for him, but I wanted to make sure that I have my own in this variety, because he does look really, really nice. I would like to see Leviadragon Daedalus as a complement to this guy, because I've been playing a lot of Pokéduel recently. Right, I'm going to charge this camera up and we're going to continue from there. Alright, I'm back. And this guy's been staring me in the face, so let's open him next. He's a pretty big one, which is great. Not Forbidden Memories era, but still a classic monster all the same, and very well detailed, I might add. The Lava Golem. Look at this, look at this. That is amazing. Even the cage is like really solidly in there as well. I love that. The lava dripping from his base even. A lot of personality in this figure. That is definitely one of the better ones. In terms of detail at least. Oh yeah. How many have I got to go? I did buy a lot, I know that. Let's continue this on because oh yes, the Headless Knight. And it was, I think this was like the last one and I had to like grab it as soon as possible. Not bad. I definitely like the detailing in the armor. So yes. Definitely a solid one. Alright, who's this? Oh yeah! Launcher Spider. I used to collect machines before I retired from Yu-Gi-Oh! And that was before I came back. And I used to collect machine types. But like this scratches both itches actually, for being a bug type and a machine type. So that's really, really good. I didn't even know he had an abdomen at the back. But that's fine by me. He definitely looks awesome. So anyway, if I'm fumbling my words a little bit, it's only because I'm super excited about this. I've been anticipating their arrival. I'm definitely going to be trying these out. Oh, hello. Right, so this is Great Moth, and this one looks like it's actually tied to the base, so it doesn't look like that will break off easily. But there's Great Moth for you. He does look really, really cool. I have a Mattel figure of this, but I think this looks a lot better, especially for its size as well. So there's that one. Right. Hang on, I'll use my scissors for this. I didn't get the tiny ones this time because I was in a rush, because I really want to open these and show you my oh, hello, dropped that a little bit, but it's okay, it's okay. These are really sturdy. Cyber Commander. Another great looking one. One that we still haven't gotten in English in the TCG for some reason, but he looks really, really nice. Even his face is really detailed. That is perfect. Alright, so who's next? Oh yes. Come on, snap it up. Oh, come on. This is why I like my tinier scissors more. Anyway, this one was striking to me. It's an obscure monster, but I don't care. Giant Mech Soldier. Wow. Look, the ornate detailing on his shield. That is impressive. I love that a lot. Right. Next up. Garoozis. Now, I like my Beast Warriors as well. And this is definitely a cool looking one. Definitely one that stands out. Nice. Oh, I think this is one of the manga exclusive monsters. Yeah. This is one. Oh wait, yeah, it's this guy. Anagora. He looks really, really good. Wow. He's a bit crazy looking, but that's great. I like it. Alright, next up. I'm just grabbing these one by one. I want to start playing with them. So I'll start planning my team. Planning teams, plural. This one is Rude Kaiser. Another Beast Warrior I wanted. Wow. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Right, who's next? Oh yeah, this one's another manga exclusive. This one is Gila Force, and he's a lot chunkier up close. He's actually a lot bigger than I anticipated. Is he bigger than Sengenjin? Okay, not quite, but still pretty chunky. But yeah, another manga inspired monster. Yeah, he tried to get us. Oh, this one's got two of them in. So these must be the smaller ones. Oh yeah, okay. Petite Moth. The detail on that is superb. And Larva Moth. And again, if they recolored this into pink to make it look like Needleworm, would not complain at all, because this is nice. Right. Oh yeah. So yeah, I got the Moth line. Dragon statue. Okay, I will admit, the detailing is a little bit... granted, the hair on the back is all nicely done. Granted, he is in a closed position, and this one actually does not move in game because it's a statue. But hey, it's still cool, still good looking figure, all things considered. Right. Oh, hello. I know who this is. This was definitely one of the ones I wanted. There's certain ones I wanted more than others, and this was certainly one that I wanted. Dharma Cannon. That is superb. Oh my. There's a lot more detail in this than I thought I was expecting. That is really, really cool. Right, how many's left? Oh. The Castle of Dark Illusions. Can just get, yep, there we go. It's got a very solid base, but the detailing they did not skimp out on. It looks amazing. Wow, the kanji and everything. Like it's not painted on either. Like they actually molded the kanji and then painted it, and the base is pretty solid as well. So yeah, Castle of Dark Illusions. Who's next? Wait, can this one slide out? I don't remember this one. Oh wait, yes I do. Yes I do. This one is none other than Metal Zoa. That looks really, really great. Let's get Zoa back again, just to compare. That is really, really nice. Right, how many's left? A lot. Come on. I'm just so excited for these. Battle Ox. Right, now he has red armor. Sometimes he has blue, but they decided to go with red armor for this one. Not a complaint. I'm not, like, I totally get it. But no, he still looks really, really cool. Right, this is Arcana Dark Magician, and I got this specifically because the other Dark Magician is bland. Like, it's just a vanilla monster, but I wanted something with a little bit more punch. So, he still looks really, really nice. Right, now this is the reason I kept that other monster aside. Sangha of the Thunder. Right, so the base is quite nice. It's bigger than I was anticipating. I actually do have the English version of this monster. I will admit the little crest might be a tiny bit small. By the way, these are not complaints. I just like to hone in on the little details. But even then, it's still like molded nicely. But hey, we got Sangha, we got Kazijin, and we got Suijin. And what do you get if you combine all three? You get this guy. This is why I kept him to one side, because I want to see what this one looks like, having sawn his pieces up close. This is none other than the Gate Guardian. And oh wow, this actually does look really, really cool. It doesn't even look like, I could be wrong. I mean, I wouldn't complain. Okay, Kazijin is smaller than his Guardian counterpart. Like, I'm wondering if maybe they just simply use the same molds to make this. And I'm not noticing many differences. Again, it's not a complaint, it just makes the most sense, right? And then Sangha himself. Yeah, I'm going to say that's probably a remold. Again, I don't blame the guy who made these. I mean, how else would you make Gate Guardian, am I right? Like, that's literally what he is. It's the three monsters on top of one another. But I don't think you can theoretically cut these out and, like, make these either. I think the Kazijin in the middle is the only thing that's different, and it's welded into the mold. But even then, like, the whole thing... It's not like they got Suijin and then just basically went put things on top of him. Like, the whole thing is molded. So that's actually really, really good. He is a fantastic piece. Right, this one I had to have. I bought most of his new stuff, but I also wanted to get some of his stuff that wasn't selling either. Ooh. The Snake Hair, which is a booster for zombie monsters. So I wanted that. I wanted that little extra support for the zombie undead monsters, and this looks really, really nice. Even the face detailing. Right, who's next? Oh yeah. I love my classic monsters. And this is definitely, well, not Forbidden Memories era, but it's still pretty close. The Wing Weaver, and wow, she actually looks a lot better than her HeroClix figure. Wow. I am thoroughly impressed by that. Alright, how many's left? Because, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. So there's 4 more. And then I'll have to wrap up. This is mainly just an unboxing. I'll probably do another video looking at these up even closer and in detail. Oh, what happened? What happened there? What is this? This came off. Elemental Hero Wildheart. I bought... Oh, okay, I see what that happens. Okay, that is way... that might have been on me. Okay, that's his ponytail. I'm going to have to try and glue that together. Otherwise, the figure is pretty solid. I did want DM era stuff, but Axel, I'm sure, will want some Elemental Heroes on his team. I will admit that's not great. But then it is a thin piece. Like, I don't know if you could see that. Alright, who's this now? Oh wait, hang on. I know who that is. I want to save him. Right, this is Sparkman. I already know that. So right, Sparkman. Again, I wanted Axel to have at least some elemental hero usage. I was trying to get Flame Wingman, but that sold out. But at least he has Sparkman in there. So he can go there. This is a really cool monster. And I'm really curious about how they detailed him. And here he... Wow, wow, wow. This is Oni Tank T34. Wow. The face is awesome. The horns are on point. I did not expect the treads to be like angled like this. Maybe that is on the original monster. I don't quite remember. But still, that looks amazing. Like, this is probably the nicest of all of them. That is really nice. Right. But we do have one more. And it's this one. Of all the monsters, this is the one I'm probably the most excited for. I know it doesn't have an effect, but when it comes to classic monsters, there are some that I like more than others. But here we are. So hopefully this isn't as fragile as as Wildheart. There's a bit of... There we go. Seiryu. I really like the pink. I think the pink is a little too hot. A little bit, but it's not too distracting. I still love it though. Oh, there's some bubbling on his wings. Wonder if that's a gloss he used. But you know what? Again, these aren't complaints. He does look great. If he was like the monster that I saw that I'm like, okay, I'm buying some, and then it just exploded. And as you can see, I've got quite the collection now of really cool monsters. One last thing to show are the cards, because I got a whole bunch of them. But hang on, let's have a look. Let's just get these out. Let's go through them real quick. And I will be sleeving these up. Right, so come on, let's see what we got. Right, so we got Wildheart. Oh, okay, we get 2 of each, which is good because I need one for the collection folder and one to actually have around. So, Metal Zoa, Garuzis, Arcana, Headless Knight, Launcher Spider, Gate Guardian, Wing Weaver, Sword Stalker. These are really nicely made as well, by the way. Dharma Cannon, Castle of Dark Illusions, Larva Moth, Force Raider, Zombie of the Dark, Great Moth, perfectly ultimate Great Moth, Petite Moth, Sparkman, another Petite Moth. Okay, so I kind of mumbled them up a little bit, that's fine. So that's pile 1. Pile 2 is this. Right, so we have Tyrant Dragon, just the one Tyrant Dragon card. Okay, Gila Force, Man-Eating Plants, Jinzo, Lava Golem, Dragon Statue, Mr. Courseman, Battleox, Oni Tank, Seiryu, Anagora, Snake Hair, Dark Eye Stalker, Kazijin, Sanga, Blue Eyes Toon, Rude Kaiser, he's a booster? Oh, that is great. Cocoon of Evolution, Suijin, Giant Mech Soldier, you're... Oh, okay, that's actually pretty interesting. Toon Alligator, and, oh yeah, right, so that's about it. I'm going to sleeve these up. Right, so, also, I'm wondering, because I thought I got the Japanese style ones, where it's like, these should be green, but it's fine. It's not like I have the figures for them anyway, so it's a nice little piece to have. So I'm not too upset about that, but I will add them to the folder. Right, and so that's about it. So what a collection! What a fine collection of mad monsters. But yeah, Wild Heart is a bit unfortunate. I'm going to try and glue that back on. And this one is not as bad. At least it came off the base, and it's nothing to do with the monster itself. So, oof. But no, I am glad to still have this, because I like my bugs, and that's definitely a really good bug. Can he at least, because I can at least put him like this, right? I'm like standing, no? But there you go, that is all of my Dungeon Dice monsters. Now the dungeon is filled to the brim with some really good, nasty surprises just waiting in store. And on top of that, a whole bunch of dice. It's all good. So I'm sorry this was like a quick and one and done thing, but I really was excited for this, and I just wanted to show off my genuine reaction to these. But yeah, his name is Gaia Oricards. Oh wait, he actually did leave some other stuff, didn't he? Oh, there's actually a lot of stuff in here, a lot of extra stuff. So give me a second. Actually a whole bunch of stuff in here, and there's stickers. First of all, the Bong of Greed. Really cool. Dark Magician Girl. And there's two of these, and there's also another bong. Orgoth in many, many poses. I'll actually stick these on my folder. Black Clown Games. A bigger pot of greed. Ooh, hello, what's this? Okay, and some Kyber Corp. I've actually been using these for my Forbidden Memories folders, so that comes in handy. This is actually some really nice artwork. I wonder if it's official or if it was a commission. I don't know. This is definitely an artwork and a commission. But no, there we go. That is a lot of stuff. And I can honestly say, right, am I completely happy with my purchase? These two figures here are my only real major complaint, that they came off so easily. I feel like I could fix this one relatively easily, but Wild Heart is either going to have to go hairless, or I'm going to have to try my best to look after him. So really unfortunate that that happened. Other than that though, everything else, every other monster here, they're solid. Like, they're solid, they're really well detailed. They are incredibly durable. Like, I was actually wondering if the wings would come off easily on Great Moth. That was a concern of mine, but no, they're on there pretty tightly, so that's really great. This is amazing stuff, and this isn't even all that he has to offer either. There's plenty of monsters that I did not buy, and I can't exactly buy them right now, considering how much that I paid for this lot, but this is honestly great. This is going to make the game so much more fun now that we have all these options. I haven't even touched the surface on what these monsters can do, because each one of these has like an ability of some sort, so that's worth looking into. But anyway, that's about it from me. Again, this is a really quick video. It's a quick unboxing video, but I hope you enjoyed anyway. And hey, maybe I'll do more videos on Dungeon Dice Monsters and showing off my other collection and compare them with their Etsy counterparts. But yeah, again, his name is Gaia Oricards. You can find him. In fact, he left his socials on one of these, didn't he? Yeah. So take a good look at that. Again, I'm not sponsored by this person, but if you want, you could all go ahead and check him out. He has a lot of items. It's not just Dungeon Dice Monsters, by the way. He's got acrylic counterparts if you just want a bunch of monsters. He has anime cards, so if you want a particular deck from an anime protagonist, you can get unofficial cards from him as well. You can get accessories. The mat itself is one that I bought from him previously. He also has damage markers, Dungeon Path, which I have not bought, but I do want to get Dungeon Path at a later date. And hey, if this is just the beginning, because I'm probably going to be buying more from this person in the future, and I'm desperately hoping, fingers crossed. I did request 3 monsters in particular when I contacted him, when I was like giving my information and making sure everything was fine. But there are tons and tons of monsters I would like to see in Dungeon Dice form. What those monsters are, I don't want to jinx it by telling you, but I definitely will be. If he makes those monsters, I will be buying them up. But then again, whatever this man makes, and even if you get to restock of certain other ones that I wasn't able to get, I would try to buy them up too. Again, not right now though, because I had to budget a lot in order to get these, but I love them. Absolute fantastic figures. Even at the end of the day, and this is the main reason why I wanted to buy them, it's because classic monsters like this from the Forbidden Memories era, they don't get a lot of love, but apparently someone out there thought that they deserved Dungeon Dice representation. If I had to pick one favourite, who's my favourite? I guess the Toon Blue Eyes, because he is well detailed. Maybe he'll make more Toon monsters in the future, I don't know. But yeah, Sayaru is probably not the best looking one, but still one of my favourite monsters. And I'm proud to have him on my fleet. Actually, no. My favourite is probably this guy. Just because of the detail and the gloss on his paintwork, making him hard and militaristic. But no. Anyway, that's it from me. Hope you enjoyed. This is TomoGotchi signing off. Click, click.